Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about the halogenation reaction for alkene. Alright, so basically halogenation means the reaction of alkene with halogen. Halogen is anything that come from group 17. It can be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, but most commonly we use fluorine and chlorine. We use chlorine and bromine in our reaction, right? But fluorine and iodine also come from group 17. Alright, so first of all, the halogenation process can be divided into two, right? So based on our syllabus, it can be divided into two. The first one is halogenation in a presence of inert solvent. For example, CH2, Cl2. And the second one is halogenation in water. So what is the difference between it? Alright, so let me discuss the halogenation in an inert solvent first. For example, we have a compound like this. When it undergoes reaction with bromine in CH2, Cl2. So this is considered as an inert solvent. Okay, so what is your expected product? First, we need to focus on the functional group. Right? So we have two functional group here, this carbon and this carbon. What happened to each carbon? So it will gain the bromine. So the product will become CH3, CH, and bromine will attach here, CH, and another bromine will attach here, CH3. Right? So what happens if we have a compound in a form of cyclic? Let's say it undergoes reaction with bromine. Okay, so when you have this kind of question, first look at the information is halogen. We have halogen and in a presence of inert solvent. So now we focus on the functional group. What happened to each carbon? This carbon and this carbon. Since we are using bromine, so the product can be CH3Br, and we have another Br here. So this is for halogenation because we use a halogen here in a presence of inert solvent. Now let's look at halogenation in a presence of water. Okay, let's see, we have this. Okay. So when we have this question, let's look at. Okay, so we have a bromine which is a halogen, but the bromine in the presence of water. So the product is, now focus on the carbon-carbon double bond. So from here, it will donate OH actually. So we focus on these two carbon, right? So carbon with more hydrogen will attach to halogen, meaning that, and this carbon attached to 2 hydrogen, if you can see, and this carbon only attached to 1 hydrogen. So carbon with more hydrogen will attach to the halogen. So in this case, CH3, CH, okay, kita tak tahu siapa yang masuk. CH2 become CH3, and this carbon will attach to OH. Okay, alright, now let's look at another example. What happens if we have this? I always use bromine, but now maybe I'm going to use chlorine lah. Okay, first of all, when we have this question, let's focus on halogen and the product. So the product is, the condition is in water, so that we focus on this carbon-carbon double bond. So we have 1 carbon, 2 carbon. Okay, so the OH will attach to which one? So if you can see here, there is another 1 hydrogen, meaning that the chlorine will attach to the carbon with more hydrogen. This one 1, this one 0 hydrogen. So this is H, this is Cl, this is CH3, and the OH group. Meaning that when the reaction between halogen in water, you will gain Cl or halogen. No. I think this is wrong. This is not CH3. This is CH2Br. Sorry. Okay. So we will gain OH and Br. Okay. Okay, now let's look at the previous one. Okay, now let's look at here. Actually, this one, we can use this reaction as a chemical test. Why I said that? Because bromine, the colors is reddish brown. When it undergoes reaction with alkene, the color become decolorized. So because of that, this is considered as unsaturated test. Okay, so I will prepare one video to explain the unsaturated test. Okay, so because of the observation, it will produce. It can be used as an unsaturated test. So I think that's all for the halogenation of alkene. So remember, halogenation of alkene, where we start from alkene, can be divided into 2 situations. The first one, halogen in inert solvent, and the second one is halogen in water. If the halogen in inert solvent, the product is 2 mole of halogen added, while if the reaction in water, you will gain 1 OH and another one is the halogen that you use. Right? So that's all. Thank you very much.